Talking about my iPad Pro 11-inch. This is space gray with 128 gigabytes of storage. Now, before I got this, I was debating between the Pro and the Air just because that one just came out and it was way cheaper. I ended up getting the Pro just because the bezels are smaller, the screen rate was faster and more crisp, and it has the Face ID with the better camera. Obviously, these are my reasons for getting the Pro, so if you don't care about those things that I just mentioned, go for the Air because it's way cheaper than the Pro. I got this back in October of 2020 for the sole purpose of wanting to go back to school. Now, I'm not a full-time student because I am working as well as doing online school, so I think having an iPad is great so that if I'm at work, I can bring this and just read a textbook or write some notes and like jot down ideas or something. I wanted to try to go paperless because I wanted my notes to be accessible through all of my devices, and most importantly, it's portable. Obviously, because of lockdown and things, I barely went out with this. I think I went out with this like 2 times. Now, when I was in university doing my first degree, I tried to use an iPad Pro to take notes, but it just didn't feel right to me. I think it's because I didn't have a matte screen protector, and today's sponsor is by Paper. I'm just kidding. I bought mine from Amazon. I will link it down below. It's so much cheaper. But also, I feel like back then when the first iPad Pro came out with like the first generation Apple Pencil, apps were not developed enough and note-taking apps weren't really a thing. I mean, I did use Notability, but it's not the same as GoodNotes, which I am absolutely loving for note-taking. But now that it's like so much more smooth and more companies are developing note-taking apps, it's so much better. Now, I only have one most used app for school, and that is GoodNotes 5, like I mentioned before. I'm also a music teacher, and I use GoodNotes 5 to store students' scores, also resources that I like to use during lessons just because lessons are virtual through Zoom now, so that is why I really like having something in one place. So if we're talking about digital creating, I use Procreate and also the Magic Eraser app. I also use Notion because I tried to do like the whole digital planner world, and that just does not work for me. I need to have a physical planner, and I use this one from Muji. But I use Notion mostly for YouTube purposes. I write my scripts on there. I manage when I'm uploading videos. I also tried to use Notion for my school life. That didn't work. I tried to use it for my life. That also didn't work. So the only purpose I use Notion for is YouTube. There are a few accessories that I got. I didn't end up getting too many things just because When I had my like iPhone like the first time around, I bought so many accessories, so many cases and things, and I basically only used one. And now I have like this one case and that's it. So same thing for my iPad. I have one case. Oh no, I have two, but I don't use that one anymore. I use this one from Apple. This is their folio thing. Now I did get this same Apple case from Amazon. Obviously it wasn't the Apple brand, so it didn't fit as nicely, and I wanted to get it just because it looked exactly the same as this one and I wanted to save some money. But once I got it, it just nope. But if you are looking for a cheaper alternative, I will still leave the link down below if you want from Amazon. I have the pencil. I also have these silicone grips. The thing about these silicone cases, like it gets loose and it doesn't like stay on the pencil. So I just use it bare and I really like it. I also got these Apple pencil tips, which I'm so thankful because I accidentally dropped my pencil within the first week of getting it, I'm pretty sure. And that's why I put this on, but the tip kind of dented. So I had to use one already. Like I said, the screen protector is also from Amazon. It was a little bit difficult to put on just because it was so thin, but it looks pretty nice, to be honest. It's matte. The only thing is it doesn't fit properly. Like there's a little bit of a gap right here. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, other than that, it serves its purpose. Okay, let's move on to things I've noticed while using my iPad or the pencil. Did you know you can double tap anywhere at the bottom here? I didn't know that. I thought it was just this flat part that you can double tap, but nope. I also noticed that this case does get dirty, of course, because it's a light color. If you get a darker color, you will have no problems with it. You also might be wondering why I didn't get the keyboard for this. Now, I thought about it many times and I was going back and forth, but I rarely leave my house now. Obviously, I have work outside. But other than that, like I don't really need it. And also I do have my MacBook right here anyways. So it's literally like side by side. So if I need to write up an email, if I need to write my essays, or if I need to write scripts, I just use my iPad. I just use my laptop, which is like always at my desk anyways. The few times that I do type on my iPad is if I'm like replying to an email that is like 1 or 2 sentences. I also don't like how much it weighs, so it adds it adds a lot of weight to the iPad, and not my favorite thing. Obviously it is meant to be portable, but I still think for me right now it's not worth it to get. But that is it for my iPad video. If you are thinking about getting the Pro, I highly recommend it for obviously all the reasons that I mentioned in this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!